Now we talk about comparative graph. Comparative graph is a graph which compares two or more than two things. For example, if I'm going to compare petrol prices of 5 countries, and I'm going to compare in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, petrol prices and the variations and all that, this is called comparative graph. When I'm going to compare petrol prices or maybe consumption of fuel in 5 countries, right? So largest part, second largest, third largest. In comparative graph, there can be a bar chart. In comparative graph, there can be a table. In comparative graph, there can be a pie chart. Pie chart is more like a pizza. Okay, so anything may come. How to identify? It's very simple. Whenever there is a comparative graph, data is not moving. Like, otherwise we have upward trend, downward trend, and then they give you the timeline 2001 to 2020. That is not comparative graph. Comparative graph is where they give you the data which is static. Static means it is not moving. They will give you the data of 2001, then 2005, then 2010. Now you have to compare. If they give you data of 2001 to 2010, that is a graph with the trend. But if they give you separately, 2001 separate, 2005 separate, 2010 separate, that is what we call graph, comparative graph. So we are going to compare that. Okay, this unit will help you. The lesson I'm talking about, it will help you. Okay, and it's there in this book. And now we are going to go on, and we are going to go through one sample answer. Okay, I want you all to come to this page 91. Page 91, right? And we are going to read this one. On page 91, we have this thing. This one, I'm going to read from here. Please follow me. The graph shows data about the average Saturday sales of 2 bakeries in London in 2010. That's it. Now only 2010. It means it is a comparative graph. And if they say from 2001 to 2010 and the data is moving, then it is a graph with a trend. Okay, in 2010, summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Now can you see average sales of the bakeries from 0 to 160? Can you see that? Okay, and the names of the bakeries are Lovely Loaves and Bernie's Buns. So the left one is Lovely Loaves and the right one is Bernie's Buns. Okay, I'll share this book with you in soft form so you can see it all there in color. One is blue, one is red. So you can see the distinctive colors and you can easily identify. Now the first item is cakes. Second, cookies. Third, rolls. Fourth, French loaves. Fifth, toasted sandwiches. Then salads. After that, crisps. And then donuts. So these are the items here. Now, what do you think? Which bakery is more popular? Left one is Lovely Loaves, right one is Bernie's Buns. Lovely Loaves, because they are outselling the other bakery. In how many items they are outselling? In 4 items, 5 items. Can you see that? In 5 items, in cakes, they are selling more cakes. In cookies, they are selling more cookies. In rolls, they are selling more rolls. But fresh loaves, the other bakery is selling more. And then we've got this toasted sandwiches, they are equal. And for salads, Bernie's Buns, they have more sales of salads. And for crisps, again, Lovely Loaves. And for donuts, Lovely Loaves has more sales. So this is what you need to identify, and then you need to write it down into paragraphs. Now, just hold 2 pages like this and come to page number 96. Here we have a model answer for this. And you can learn and copy so many sentences from here. Now let's go through this. This bar graph compares. Whenever there is comparative graph, you will use the word compares. If there is a table, you will write this table compares. If there is a pie chart, you will say this pie chart compares. If there is a pie chart and a table, then you will write the pie chart and table compare without S, right? So this bar graph compares the most popular items sold by two bakeries in London on a typical Saturday in 2010. Is that clear? This was already written, by the way. The graph shows data about the average Saturday sales and all that. So what you have to do, you have to reword it. Just change the order, reword it, it will be fine. Next, the graph shows average sales of 8 items including cakes, rolls and toasted sandwiches. Now it is not necessary to talk about all 8 items. That you say I have to write 150 words, so I write all 8 items. Just write 2, 3 or the most popular items. Okay, in Bernie's buns and lovely loaves, that's it. This is the first paragraph, we call it introduction. Now we move on to second paragraph, which is called overview. In the second paragraph, we will give overview, and when you write second paragraph overview, you will not write conclusion because conclusion is also overview. So it's better to write it in second paragraph. Overall, it can be seen that, now you can copy this sentence. Overall, it can be seen that Bernie's Buns is generally the busiest bakery. You know why? Because they are selling more items. So Bernie's Buns is generally the busiest bakery. Outselling. Outselling means when you are selling more. Outselling lovely loaves in 6 out of 8 items. On the whole, savory foods such as toasted sandwiches, salads and rolls are not as popular as sweet items like cakes and cookies. So it's just the overview of the whole thing. Now we will talk about both bakeries separately, one by one. Okay, in terms of sales at Bernie's Buns, donuts come top of the list. Come back, take a look at donuts. So does it come top of the list? Yeah, and they're talking about Bernie's Buns first. So that's okay, no problem. Donuts come top of the list with an average of around 135. 135. Okay, so actually this left one is Bernie's Bun and the right one is Lovely Loaves. Okay, yeah, you can make this correction there. Once you get this in like in soft form, you can just see it all. All right, let's go on. Cookies and cakes are the next best sellers with around 115 and 100. Come back, take a look at cookies. Can you see cookies around 115? And what is the next item? Yeah, cookies and cakes. So can you take a look at cakes? Around 100. Okay, so like this you're going to write. Let's go on. Cookies and cakes are the next best sellers with around 115 and 100 of these snacks sold respectively. Next, savory foods are less popular. Bernie's Buns sells slightly more rolls than crisps. So can you see rolls and crisps? Rolls and crisps. So they're selling crisps and rolls. Yeah, they're selling more rolls than the crisps. Right? Yeah, second last one and the middle one. Fourth one. Okay, let's go on. With roughly 75 of each leaving the shelves, toasted sandwiches and salads are not nearly as popular, with just 25 and 18 sold in turn. Donuts. Now next item is donuts are also the #1 purchase in Lovely Loaves. So Lovely Loaves and donuts. With just over 120. Can you see over 120? Donuts and over 120. Yeah. Sold on a Saturday, cookies are third at around 65 sales and salads come next with just over 60, 3 times as many as are sold in Bernie's Buns. Now you're just comparing. Rolls and fresh loaves are joint 5th with 50 sales apiece. Apiece means 50, number is actually piece. followed by crisps at approximately 45. The least popular item in Lovely Loaves is toasted sandwiches with around 25 sales. Okay, now let me tell you, the main confusion is the black color of these two graphs. In the lecture, I'm going to share the screen with you. On the screen, they are going to be all in color. It's only 1 hour lesson. I recommend you all to attend that lesson. You will get it today in your class WhatsApp group, and then you can just go through that. Now, unit number 8 from this book, unit number 8, you have to finish all the unit. Only unit number 8, right? Yeah, thank you.